hand it up. That's what the USA. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Red line racing.
Unless you're in Raleigh.
Yeah, see, it says here live, so.
Even
It was a
even
little
on
messy.
vacation, it's just-
Okay, we're live.
Always good to have it. Well, whatever it says. We're ready?
2 minutes, we're waiting for Pete.
Oh.
It's 5:58 according to my watch.
You just park. We can, when he comes in, should we all rise at the same time?
Welcome, Pete.
How are you, Mike Hale? Haven't seen you for a long time.
Just tied up, hanging on.
Doing well.
Yeah, we'll get him. Okay, maybe we'll let him sit down now. Okay, join me in the pledge, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
welcome everyone that signed in and wish to do so. Now would be the opportune time to do this. It's not mandatory, but it helps us record who's here and who's not. He's got a little adjustment going on.
Exactly right. There must be very small people.
I see we're, stop it, I was in there earlier. I see we're all present and accounted for, so at this point, we'll go to any agenda modifications. At this point, anybody have anything for us? Great, we'll proceed on. This time I'll accept the motion to approve the June 29th council meeting minutes. Do I hear a motion?
I make motion we accept the June 29th council meeting minutes.
Okay, so moved. I was looking this way, so I'm gonna go with him. Mike second, okay, any discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Great, motion passes. At this point, we'll go, public comments from the audience. Anybody have anything? I'll remind you, you've got 3 minutes. Keep it civil and civil. Anybody have anything? Well, this is scary good. Okay. Community group updates. Unfinished business. Tim Ike from JUB Airport Project. You're up, sir.
I just want to give the group a quick update on the airport project. All the work is physically done. The city accepted the project, so physically it's pretty much complete. We have a administrative paperwork left to do and processing final pay apps and the final. I think the final balancing change order has been processed. But so with that, I'm here to just kind of do a little bit of cleanup on some budgeting. So the state budgeted, issued an amendment to the city for a full project amount. Well, let's see, a full grant amount of $750,000. So after all of the change orders are said and done, the total project comes in below that number. So construction-wise and construction engineering-wise, there's like a negative balance. So the city can turn that money back. I guess what I'm here to do is ask if this council would consider amending JUB's agreement to take up some of the difference. There is some electrical work that was done out at the airport in addition that is being covered with this amount. And so that's, in rough summary, I'll just summarize a bit. There was roughly $40,000 worth of balance left over on the project. There was roughly $10,000 of additional electrical, and so the balance is roughly $30,000. So the city has been awarded this grant dollars, but at the end of the project there is a negative balance. So that's why I'm here to kind of describe that, and then to basically describe what's left in the project. So there are a couple of things left. There's a notice of completion, affidavit of wages paid that the contractor has to fill out and complete. That's not anything the city has done, but they're basically taking forever to get these last few things wrapped up. So we've been kind of working with them, encouraging them to get this done. This isn't crazy out of the ordinary, but they do have quite a bit of retainage and their last payout that's sitting out there, and that cannot be paid until this paperwork is done. So we've been kind of messing around with that over the past probably 6 months to try to get this thing wrapped up.
So that last invoice that they gave us, we can't pay that until they've done their final.
Yeah, and they have not. So they need to finish their certified payrolls. There needs to be all of their affidavit of wages paid completed, and then there needs to be a notice of completion form filled out. This is all through like state L&I, revenue, unemployment, like these state agencies have to all basically sign off that the project and the project paperwork is complete. And then the city can request final reimbursement from the state aviation to reimburse and pay the contractor and our final invoice. So that's kind of what's left in the process. So there's no impact to budget because the city already allocated matching funds for the full project amount, but it's just kind of moving funds around. And so that exercise does require, me to come and ask basically the council and making sure everybody is kind of aware of what's going on. So I sent an email in, but it didn't get distributed. So no decision needs to be made. So maybe what we can do is get information out to council, and then I'll put our agreement amendment together. Then you guys can make them a consideration for next meeting. But I didn't want to just come drop it on you and say, hey, please make a motion. So I want to make sure you guys have enough time to look at things, ask questions. So that's why I'm here, to kind of field questions, make sure everybody's comfortable, and then all of the documentation will be distributed to council for consideration. Then you can see it all. Then you don't have to try to remember what I'm saying or write things down. Everything will be accounted for in an email and tables and different documentation. So
Part of the dollars of that excess are coming back to the city because selling, and I don't know how to put the blame on it, but when they started digging out there, they dug up a bunch of old electrical conduit that had no bearing on anything, and then they got some of our good stuff. So this excess has given us the opportunity to get money back for use of the backhoe, for our labor, and for the actual costs and man hours that we had out there. So that's about 10 grand out of this 40 something that the city is asking the state DOT to give to us out of that surplus. There's no cost to us, but it allows us to put money back in our coffers. So that's what that's all about.
And if you want, and how did that happen? So a lot of those utility locates are required, and those were not identified in locate. So it's kind of an unmarked utility situation. But yes, to Mike's point, some of that electrical was live and it needed to be replaced. And so this would go back to replacing those, the electrical that the city took on.
So Tim, with that 30,000, does that just go back to the state, or is there other ways? In my understanding, it's 30,000
30,
surplus
yeah.
that we did not spend, but we
Correct.
anticipated we got a grant. So does,
Yes.
what happens with that 30,000? Is there more that it can be used?
We're
for?
asking for our agreement to be amended in that amount, or the council could say no, and that money would go back to the city, correct? And so there would be no other.
Well, when you say amended in that amount, so that it minus the 30,000. In other words, there's not a way we can use that 30,000 towards something else at the
Correct.
airport.
There's not a way to use it to something else at the airport, but since our construction agreement has gone over well beyond 30, we're hat in hand asking the city to say, hey, can we be reimbursed that?
Or at least that amount.
Correct, yes.
That's the part you were leaving out, Tim.
No, you said that.
That you guys,
30,000 they're
yeah,
asking
that you
for the
guys know
project.
that they got in deeper than what. than what the
Yeah,
original
and
bid.
of course, right, and some of that is just
And
time.
this is recovery.
This is
An
attempting
attempt.
to recover some of
Attempt.
our overages, yes. Yeah, sorry, thank you for that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So the new lights are all installed and working?
Not yet.
Okay, so there's one part left.
We had an issue with what they call the pilot controlled Okay,
When they're flying in, they can turn it on.
right, PLC or whatever it is. The one that we have out there, I think belongs in the Smithsonian, but I'm not sure. And I think it got fried probably several years ago. So we're trying to figure out, we need a new one, but it's about $5,000. So until we get some of this money back, the machinery, equipment, and other will go to the city, fire will run to the airport, and then I can get that new thing, put it in, and we're good to go.
Okay, but the lights are in,
All the lights are in.
just not the controller for the pilots. Okay.
Yeah, and afterwards I'll talk to, I may have a lead on that also.
Cool.
To help, yeah.
You got one that's not quite Smithsonian.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody's replacing one.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yes, there may be a surplus one somewhere.
If anybody wants to go out and look at that box, it's pretty antique.
Mike, what did we approve? A few months ago, was it a remote control, or was that different than what you're talking about? I thought we approved something that allowed them to turn on the lights.
Yeah, and I don't remember if it was for that amount. I know we approved at one time the video cameras. Well, that's kind of on the back burner because this box is gonna take more precedence. And I think we okayed it. I think I brought it to the council. I don't remember.
I'm pretty positive that we approved some kind of a remote control or something to turn on the lights.
That's what that
And
is.
this, we're talking about the
On
same
the
thing.
ground to the airport, that's true, I agree with that.
So as soon as we can figure it all out, we'll get her in there and get everybody happy and going again.
Back in the day, it was not uncommon to come home at 11:30 on a Saturday night, and you'd see the beacon going. You know, you could catch it across the mountain as it would come around, and the mountain run all night, and I don't know.
I've talked to a couple of the pilots that come in and out of there and they go, yeah, but it sure be nice to see that runway now that it's nice and new and black. You can't see it.
We should have painted it white, is that what you said? All right, so anything from us other than just the info?
No, it's just, yeah, other questions? Just-
We need to approve anything?
No, because we'll have to,
I
I'll
need to
get
send it out
everything.
to everybody.
Yeah, I'll get everything over to everybody so you guys have time to look at all the documentation in detail, but yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
Yes, Tim, no
Thank you.
problem.
A big kudo to these guys. They've been busting their buns out there. And me and Alex have gone the extra mile, more than I could count. So anything we can do to help them out, offset their expenses is a good deal for them.
All right, we're done with that. Discussion about increasing sewer rates.
I did not bring the resolution back because you guys talked about maybe changing what you wanted to do. So I didn't know if you wanted to do this now or wait till the first of the year, but I thought I'd leave it on here.
I got one question on that for the sewer plant. What was the population that it was gonna be set for? Did he say the number? Population number?
That they're shooting for the size of the plant, I don't ever recall.
Because the sad part about it is we get this all set, and then we have an explosion in town, we'll do it again within 5 to 10 years.
I know there was numbers talked about, and there was a pretty fair increase, but I don't remember. what it
I
was.
I
think
think
they,
you're right, Mike. There was, they took into consideration a fairly hefty increase.
that all factors in,
Yeah.
because they don't want to have to redo this in a few years.
Yeah, there's something in that big booklet about, papers that he gave us that was talking about expanding and so much per year, and, and that's what they were fixing for about.
Reasonable,
Yeah.
reasonable.
Have we heard any more from Century West?
No. They've got clay.
They said they were, no, I thought you called them, or Matt was gonna call them.
Matt was gonna call them, the
And
time
I
I
think they
talked.
said August. Is what-
Well,
Is this
that's
there?
I
like
guess
a
we're
week
almost there
away.
anyway, right?
Yeah.
Almost there, almost there.
Closer every day.
So
Okay.
as far as the rates go, I felt like we had a productive conversation about the fact that it was pointed out by, I'm sorry, is it Kim? That was from
Yes.
the part, that at this point, it seems like we are about on sewer rates are about $3 ahead of what she figured out that we are, our current costs. Aren't we at $81 a month for our, and she came in at 79. And I thought that the points made about the yearly increases, the amount of inflation and things that were involved, and I would thought Dave's suggestion of $3 per water per sewer as an increase. My suggestion to the council is that we start that in January 1st. And I think we should make sure that we have like a 5-year life on that it would increase $3 a year for 5 years. I know there's talks about like if we end up with $120 sewer, but this would put us closer. So if we're at 81 in 5 years, you add 15 to that, we would be 96, right? So we wouldn't be that far off. And I think the fact that like Roy is actively working with federal resources and we're trying to find whatever we can, I feel that would be wise of us, rather than jump it up $10 and jump it up, find out that we are over, and then, we never back down on fees. I don't think that's fair to our people. So that would be my suggestion. I don't know what you guys think. I don't think there's a need to raise it anymore this year. I feel like we're ahead of the game a little bit.
Are you saying water and sewer or just sewer?
I'm saying water and sewer. I'm sure we can have a discussion later, but when I look at what the auditors have on our, what's the name of that report?
The FIT?
Yeah, the FIT report again this year. They are, like last year, I brought up at a council meeting, they were showing a little bit of concern about where our costs and expenses are on water. And I think we would be short-sighted to put everything into the sewer and not to consider our water. There's been talks before about maybe putting in another well. A reservoir out there isn't gonna hold it forever. So that would be my thought. Rather than $10 on the sewer, that would be an increase of $6 to our utility. Half of it would go to sewer, half of it would go to water. And I suggest it starts in 2027.
I go along with that.
Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion.
Are we gonna do it right now or should we wait?
Get quick for work.
I thought you said that we're gonna do it in January.
Well,
Well,
we
let's
can approve it now.
Start.
We can motion it to start
We
in
can approve it
January.
now.
We could go ahead and motion.
So then just do a resolution, just,
Then
Do the
it would be-
resolution
Then
for-
would be active January 1.
Okay.
Very happy New Year.
okay,
Merry Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put that in there.
Sorry, go ahead. So who said that?
Make a motion that we raise the rates of $3 per store, $3 for water, and effective starting date is January 1st, 2027.
I'll second that.
Okay, moving second. Any more discussion?
Well, I do have something I want to say, but it's,
If everybody else is spoken, go ahead. Yeah.
can I say, it could come after the vote. It's just about, I would just like to ask that on our water bill, and on our bill, that we designate a line that says that the sewer increase that is going into our sewer reserve. And so that, because I think that is the intention for the sewer increase that goes into the sewer reserve, and I think it would be good for people to see that on paper. And then we talked
Makes
about
sense.
having the full balance there.
So are you saying start that in January when we increase it? Okay.
I suppose that would be a good time.
All right, motion on the floor, that we increase water by $3 a month and sewer by $3 a month, starting January 1, with the January bill, correct?
Yeah.
With the January bill, is that right?
Right,
'Cause-
not the December,
Right.
yeah.
'cause-
So the end of January bill then, okay.
Yes,
Oh, so not January 1st.
right, because that would be for the December bill. So anyway,
Good call.
okay, all right, now we're clearing that. This is important, so we're gonna go around all
Can
the.
I ask you a second, did I miss that? Sorry.
I think.
Oh, thank you, I'm sorry, thank you.
All right, we're gonna go around the room, so we know, okay? What? Sharon?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Okay,
It's all right. Those are small.
You need.
okay, trees in the cemetery. I'll let her finish checking over there. What?
Did you look at them?
Yeah.
What'd you come up with?
There's a couple big ones up there.
That was-
One looks a little weak, one's gotten beat up on a little bit.
When he's coming in and going up the hill.
Just the three that are up on top of the hill.
All right.
Yeah, one's right over there next to the monument, and the other one's out in the middle, and that's the one that lost big chunks off of it. even somebody like Kenda could see that it was bad, so. Anyway, so,
That might be a
so
good
we've been in, no, it's not. Make sure you get that down though.
Mhm.
So we talked to Andy, and you're gonna let me know when. We got a bid to take the trees down.
No, I did not.
We don't not have that back yet.
I only had the bid for him to do the trimming and he was
Okay.
gonna trim part
Okay,
of that
gotcha.
tree. So you want me to get a bid to take all three of those trees down? I don't remember hearing that. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
when I looked at them, I know there's one that's definite.
Yeah, and it'll cause a lot of damage if it goes.
Right, and this is just me. I didn't think the other two needed to go.
Not for right now, I mean, but.
Yeah, we'll wait till they really fall and then we could pick them up off the ground. I think public relations, I just think that if we took all three of them, it'd be a big pill.
I would
Maybe one
agree
year.
100%. I did the same thing, same conclusion you did.
Okay,
One needed it, the other two.
We'll
Could
see what
wait,
goes on.
And also somebody was with them said, if you take all three of them down, won't that look ugly? I said, that's the PR thing. So you're right.
just hurt the skyline for a little bit. Okay.
And of course, the cemetery endowment committee will pay for that tree removal, right?
Yes, it will.
You just can't leave them alone.
She just
Okay,
stands around the rodeo plan for road. But we appreciate you.
okay, so do we need to make a motion to address that? That we're gonna have them take the tree
Right,
down?
because even if they pay for it, you guys
Right.
have to make the motion and make the
Okay.
decision. We should probably get three bids.
Yeah,
for
we'll
that.
get as many bids as we can.
So we want three bids to take the one tree down.
To one tree,
Okay.
correct.
And you're talking about the same tree, right?
I hope so.
So how about we get the three bids and
That's
then
it.
bring it back to you guys for the
That's
next
good.
meeting? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
The yellow ribbon around.
And then we can discuss it then, is that fine? Okay.
All right, okay, thank you. All right, where are we at with the union?
Several days after our last meeting, I called Tony, and I told him that yes, but that was our position, and that and we are anticipating that he approached the union with that in mind, and that he was gonna do that. We thought that was obvious before, but we want to make sure we understood that he was supposed to approach them, talk to him. He said he would, and then he would do that, and then see what their position is, get back to us shortly, and then so we can maybe make some type of after we review that, council and the mayor commit with some kind of final offer. That's where we are. And so we're waiting to hear from him.
So we're in the shortly part of the
Yes,
whole.
yes, we are. I told him that's, and he understands that. We're all in the same place. We just need to move on it. We thought it was somewhat understood, but now it is understood that he's approaching the union. We need closure. We need them done.
We have got an invoice from them lately.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's in the, oh. Let me pass over that, let me see. So, you want this?
Well, maybe.
I have to get into my building, sorry.
Okay, is the computer behaving now?
Can we go on and then come back with that? Right? I can-
Yeah, sure, we can come back.
That's okay.
Okay, E, boring for the sewer lagoon. So, one of the options for the sewer plant is that we have a lagoon out on Highway 27. I think everybody's familiar with where the property is. It's about 16, 18 acres. Kenda thought it was prudent, and I agreed with her that we should probably have it bored to test to make sure there's not a little brother of the rock that we had from the lift station out there, to make sure we can continue the project, and that won't hold us up. So,
Is that gonna be John Field? We're going that far out.
well, whoever's field it is, yeah, that's
On the other side of the creek, on the corner.
on the left-hand side, and it's this side of the creek. The creek goes around the bottom.
Big horseshoe.
That's the one we're talking about, so. And the owners at this point are willing participants, okay? So, at this point, I guess, we need to get an okay from the council to have Matt research that and figure out what we need to do on that.
Do you need a motion?
Certainly, yeah.
Okay, well, a motion that we move ahead on, that we approve the boring process for that piece of land and work with Matt to move us forward.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any more discussion?
I think before we approve the boring, we should know how much it's gonna cost.
Well,
We're
looking at
approving
it.
him researching it.
we'll come back to the council and approve that.
Can I just say, he said 8,000 last time is what he said, but I don't know if, I
Okay,
think that was what he said.
we'll
So,
come back.
okay,
We're not,
okay.
we're not under pressure. It's still in crop, so we've got a little bit of time to mess with it. So. Okay? Been moved and seconded that we approve the exploration of the boring. How's that? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passes. Financial policy of, did you guys see in your little light reading?
And I apologize, I put on the agenda twice, so forget the next one, this is the one that's the place for it.
I believe we were looking at the first four.
Or,
So can I ask you earlier, so this came from Rockford, and you kind of had gone through earlier, put in Tekoa and you highlighted things that are consistent with us. I see you've made a few other comments on here. So is this pretty consistent with how you already do business and handle the policies for the general budget policies?
unless I highlighted it,
Mhm.
and that was.
Well, is it highlighted like,
Oh, you can't see it, I'm sorry, I meant to make a color and I didn't.
well,
Oh,
hang on,
it's-
it might, see, like on hers, there's dark, oh, you're on a different page, yeah. No, it shows, I think it shows, I see where you wrote a couple notes on here. But I read through the one that you gave us a couple months ago. Oh, yeah, you can see the
Well,
highlight,
you can see, that, yeah,
like on page 6 at the bottom.
Ken did a nice job. Ken did.
Okay, thanks.
So where you highlighted that there, for example, on page 6, number 5, you highlighted that to say we currently, that's not our practice.
Let me look for a second, I was finishing typing that. On page, which one?
Page 6, number 5 at the bottom, I think that was the first highlight I saw.
Oh, there's other
There's one
ones. So
on
on page 2, we hold 2 public hearings, and they had 3 on the budget. And so I was hoping we could change that to 2. And then on page 5,
Refunds.
yeah, cash refunds from vendors will be classified as payments received for return goods for services paid out for but not used or for overpayments. And that is basically what we do. It's just, they said it in a different way, so I didn't know if we wanted to look at that. And then,
On the 6.
sorry, 6.
Yeah, I'm seeing
So what we do is we contact the customer and ask them to pay for the return check before we do any of the legal. We don't do anything legally until we contact the customer, because we want to give them an opportunity. We don't want to send it to legal action right away,
Right.
because they wrote a check that, they didn't have funds for. So, instead, because it says here, past due will have a lien placed on their property filed with Whitman County after 30 days of delinquency. So what I just wrote up above here is we contact the customer to ask them to pay for the return check, and that has almost always happened. I haven't seen a case where it doesn't happen, that they'll come in and pay you for the check. So, and they do get a fee for that when they pay for it, because we get charged from the bank, so they have to pay for that. So I did not put the whole process in here. We have a different process for overdue accounts. We send out past due notices for all accounts that are past due. And it says so on their utility bill. Past due notices for all customer accounts receivable will include a statement that the account will have their water services continued if no payment is made within 10 days of notice date. That is not what we do. We don't shut their water off. Our policy currently says 60 days. At 60 days past due, we will send them a shut-off notice. If they do not pay in 10 days, we automatically shut their water off. And that's the policy that we've had. I don't know if you would like to change it, but that's the current policy.
How do we do about changing it?
Pardon?
What's the process of modifying that?
Well, we just have to change the ordinance, but right now, we give them 60 days, like I said, and that seems to have been working.
Yeah.
So,
That seems a lot fairer than this one.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's not fair, just that, I don't know, some exceptions, I hear people who are in a situation where they have trouble paying, and,
We have been shutting them off. We started following this in the last 3 months.
yeah,
Just so you know that is what we've been doing,
Right.
and it seems to be working.
is that, so when you shut them off, what's the impact of that?
The water quits working.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Wow, now that helps.
It gets their attention pretty quick.
I mean, do they, most of them end up paying the amount after the shut off?
Everybody likes their water on, it's a thing.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, is there some situations where they get so far, what happens in their situation, they just can't possibly afford the bill? What do they do then?
They
It's
call me.
still shut off.
Okay, there you go. So I have an exception, some way to work it out.
Our people have gotten really good about being proactive about calling. When there's a situation, there's a medical thing, something's going on, people are really good about calling and saying, hey, I know it's due the 15th, I won't have anything till the 22nd, can that work? Okay, and rather than put my guys out there to turn the water off and on, then we just, okay, and they've been really good at it.
Okay,
So,
that's fair.
Yeah.
And I know that is fair, that's helpful.
So I can write our policy in here, I just wanted to just see what she had, and then I can put our policy in here that we currently use for the wording, does that work for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. And, it says interest and penalties will be charged on all accounts as authorized by state statutes, but it's by our SEPA ordinance. We have that in our ordinance currently. And then, uncollected bank and return checks will be treated as liquid accounts of the city. I mean, we already talked about it. I don't know why we would talk about that again. So, I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Where are you? I'm
At the bottom of, page 6 at the bottom on number 5, uncollected bank return checks will be treated as delinquent accounts of the city. Interest or payment fees will be charged as appropriate. The accounts, we went to 7 first, sorry. And then it said, that's the one we already talked about,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I was on the wrong page. Okay. And then it starts talking about travel. And everything is pretty much what we already do, except for if you go to page 9, it says specific trip authorization shall be approved on the travel request authorization form B, and that was in here. I did not give that to you. That was in the original document that we had. It was not in the picture. And so, okay, it is. Oh no, I just did that. Forget it. I just took the new part. Anyway, there's a document that they can use to have it authorized, which I think would be really good. We do not currently do that, but that would be a good thing to have, the one that is attached to this. Do you have yours, Shelley, or did you have your other one, the first one you had, or just this one?
Yeah, I have that with me.
Because that travel request authorization form is on there.
Is it at the end of it?
Yeah. And then, if you go to page 10, meals, no receipts are required for meals not exceeding per diem rates. We do require receipts for everything, and we do not have per diem rates set. So, I don't even know, do you even get reimbursed for meals? I haven't been here for 4 years.
Not normally.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know how we want to do that, but we do not have per diem rates for that. So if you want that, that's something that we could include.
So it is wise to have a per diem rate though for the county, for this area, because then you could get an $80 dinner paid by the city versus 26.
Well, I don't think we usually just pay this meals like at a banquet or something, right? I don't know, I haven't purchased meals on the city before.
Most of the time, the stuff I go to, the meals are part of it.
Right,
Unless you're, I mean, like, for instance, if I'm they don't pay you while you're eating, going, for lunch while you're driving across the state or something like that. I don't know. I would be more concerned about Stephen and the other employees getting theirs rather than us, but that's up to you.
I think the per diem should be in place because that's statewide.
Yeah.
And,
We're probably putting ourselves at risk if we don't.
yeah.
So I guess I can, try to find some per diem rates and then bring those to you.
I would check with Whitman County and the state of Washington.
Okay.
Because they both have per diem rates,
Oh,
and usually
okay.
they're the same, but
Okay,
So we had great travel, but Brian was right. Many of our meals are already covered.
Right.
They have the dinner and breakfast and dinner. You have to get your own lunch, and that might have, the per diem might apply there. I never found it made much difference on that, but it was there. And in some cases, on some employees, Roy's mentioned, it does make a difference.
and then on the bottom of 11, we do not use purchase orders. It says travel and expense reimbursement or credit card payment authorization under this policy must be signed, approved, and filed at City Hall, which that would be signed. I mean, we signed a check, but I don't know if we want something else to sign. It's not like we use them that much. So I don't know what you guys want to do on that.
keep it simple.
So just take that out. Okay.
Mm.
And then, the rest of the stuff, the last thing is on page 15, and then section 5 we are gonna do next time, but procedure of addition and deletion of assets must be followed according to procedures outlined in our resolution. I just put their resolution number, so that is in our resolution. The process of addition or deletion of fixed assets must be followed according to the procedures outlined in the City of Tekoa's resolution, same thing. Oh, I must have put it twice. Anyway, Stephen gives me a list of the items to add to our assets, and then we turn that into AWC with our insurance information too. So it would only be one of those, I just typed it twice. Sorry.
You covered it well.
Yeah. So did you guys read the other stuff? Did you have other questions? Did you want to change other things? I'm not quite sure how you want to do this for
Well, on
sure.
the back page, when we're talking about approval authorities.
No, we're not doing that till next time.
Oh,
That's why I put the
because we're in
line.
5, there you go. Got a scribble on here and I did pay attention, so I thank you for keeping me straight.
I think this is very helpful, how I think you break it down like this and we point out the things that are different. I guess I would suggest that all the things that you update, the things that you said to ours, like on D, what are 60 days and all of that you update. And I don't know if we just need to break down and go through each one of these. The only holdup I think would really be the per diem things to get those numbers.
Right.
And put that in. And then the other possible holdup is just, do we want to add on page 9, do we want to add that form that you suggested and I have this if anybody needs to
It's
see
in
what it looks
there.
like.
It's at the back of that.
It's the back of this,
The one that they gave us, I thought. It was part of that.
of the first one.
Yeah, that she
So
gave
if
us.
anybody wants to see it, I brought the
Yeah.
original one.
And so what I can do is I can update this with what we just suggested. I can send it to you ahead of the meeting, and then you can read through it and see if you see anything else on these first 4 sections. Does that sound good? And then you guys can approve that. Next time, do we want to approve the sections, like approve do section 4 and then or just approve the whole thing when
Go
we're
ahead
done?
and run all your updates and changes in there and bring it to us. And that's simpler than trying to piecemeal it.
Okay, so you don't want you want to just do the whole thing next time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, is the next time, will that take care of, is that another 4 section or how many more sections are left?
I don't know. Let me look.
I mean, I think that the meatiest part is section 5 with.
So it goes through section, those exhibits and then through section 10, which is definitions, that's easy.
Okay, so we could handle those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ken, will we have opportunity soon enough to review it before the meeting?
Yes, I will get it updated and sent to you.
Okay.
I'll update this part too. So I just wanna mention, I know Shelley liked some of these numbers in here. I want to just say that I'm talking to a couple people, and Stephen was one of them, on the, like, for instance, having budget authority up to $100 and then up to $4.99. Like, for instance, we just had to order a pump for the sewer plant. And they had to order, what did they put in the well? Something new in the well, or what?
Yeah, it's the agitator or something.
No.
Oh,
That's the sewer plant.
For the year.
They just did it, but it was like, they were both about $5,000.
right.
I know that previous, do you want to say something?
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry. And so can we talk about this next time though?
No, we can, but I'm just gonna say, that there is concern about if we go too low, and so like, our next meeting is until August, so they would have to wait clear until August 20th, or whenever our meeting is, to get that approved, but yet it's something that needed to be done, you know? So, I mean, I don't know.
But what is our policy now? I mean.
We don't have a written policy, but what we
So
went on was
they can go ahead and do it right
$5,000.
now.
What we went on was $5,000 approved by the mayor.
Okay. And I've never seen that in writing.
It isn't in writing.
And
But
where I
it's
think
here.
it came through reading through this, I think it came through when we do bids. And I've talked to MRSC a few years ago about, and I think that those are the numbers with the bids. And I think somehow that carried over to all expenditures.
Oh.
And so, you know, I just because we haven't approved things in the past and people were allowed, I think we can problem solve that
Right.
next time. And we'll have to figure it out where there might be an exception. And I think
I
everybody
just don't
needs
want to
read
make
through
it so that we can't
Too difficult.
do business,
Yeah, right.
you know, as needed, so. I mean, just like, how much was we just got the tobacco
Yeah.
fixed or something, like $1,200 or.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So I mean, if we were at 500, I mean, all those little things, and things are just more expensive now. It's not, and Stephen honestly comes to me for every single thing and says, do we have this in the budget? Is this, you know, he doesn't just spend money, I think he's been very good about doing it, and he spends the most money of any of us. So,
He does a lot of work.
yes, he does, yeah. So I just wanted to mention that, so anyway, I'll get more information on that and then present that to you guys at the next meeting.
One thing you have to look at though, when there's an emergency.
Yeah.
And it's between water and sewer, there's
Yeah.
no time to play around, so the mayor should be able to make that.
Yeah, I think that the defining point between them is if we've got the money in the funds,
Yeah,
okay, water and sewer, roads are a little different animal,
yeah.
okay? I mean, and there's hardly any road emergencies outside of
That storm.
more gravel, okay? But I think that's a key point there.
When it's an
If we have
emergency.
to make a transfer in order to cover what we're doing, then I think that's where probably that, because, I mean, it doesn't, $5,000, it doesn't take anything anymore to do that. And what was critical, and Dave knows this, but because of the flood, our levels of the little bugs that eat the stuff was declining because this pump was out. And we needed to get into those numbers are gradually starting to come back up because the pump's back on.
I
And
mean, the agitator for the.
yeah, the agitator.
Yeah, they have to have their.
Yeah, and there's two of them. And we toyed with the idea of replacing them both at the same time, but we decided not to. We would just err on that side,
But
so.
there's an interesting thing on that though, is you pull them every so often, and to check them out and look at them, because they do a lot of work.
Oh, no kidding, yeah, and normally the neighbors can probably tell if they're going bad,
You hear
because they can hear them. So,
Yeah.
But there's also, if it's an emergency, let's say it was a $20,000 deal, you can call a special
Yeah,
meeting too, right?
Right.
To approve something that goes, because there might always be, you can't call a special meeting?
I don't,
we can't
We
approve.
can't pass money ordinance.
we can't,
Okay.
because we're a second class city.
Right,
Okay.
That's the other thing we need to do is get a different class of city.
yeah, we've been told that a couple times that we
But
need to
still, when
change.
you're in an emergency for water and sewer, there's no time for it.
Right, okay,
So on those approvals, for that $5,000 approval, which, and the problem is, doesn't that come in front of the council eventually review
Well,
that.
yeah, you guys approve the bills every time.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right, new business.
One other thing, it's just a quick thing. But gets a lot of people are talking about reimbursements, saying you go to a conference and then, you get reimbursed by the conference, and one way or the other, the county reimburses you. You gotta be careful. You got burnt on those. You can't get, as we know, Dan knows, you can't get reimbursed twice. I mean, so you put it in for the county to reimburse you, and then I've been in there, and then the conference sends you a check. You didn't know they're gonna send one, so you have to make sure you take that check and turn it into the county, or else you get burned.
You way overthought this thing.
Way over.
I have never, that has never even come into my mind.
No, it
Is that what
was
you
just,
used to do, Pete?
Yeah.
They
Well,
are so
I know
many
that there
checks,
was
so I can give you another next
well,
week.
years and years ago at the county, there was a sheriff hired, and he got reimbursed by the county and the FBI for moving expenses. A week later, then he gave us discharge.
Well,
That was many years ago.
all right, under new business, levy for the streets, public hearing, ma'am, I guess we need to open this. Okay, I open the public hearing for the street levy. Did I do that kind of right?
So, I think I gave all of you the, proposed resolution, number 96-2. And I called the county, in the past, we've always done the 50,000, so that's really up to you guys if you wanna do it, and the estimated, it's $1.23 per thousand of this valuation.
Is it 96 or 26?
26.
I said, oh, sorry, 26,
Yeah, I was looking for 96. Thank you.
for 2027. Did I put that someplace?
It says 26, but you said
You said
96.
96.
Oh, sorry,
So just not sure.
going back 2 years. 1986.
Yeah, okay. All right, any more discussion? What are we thinking, guys? Is this gonna fly?
I think it will.
If, I believe Ken crunched the numbers today and we're actually, because of the evaluations of the property, we're actually paying less per thousand than we were before.
It was $1.40 per thousand, now it's $1.23 per thousand.
It's the same number per probably resident, but it's just a less of a, okay?
And what, were we gonna hold down for sidewalks, Chip? Or what are we gonna-
So we have over 50,000 that we got 2 years ago sitting in the fund.
Mhm.
And so the TIB application, that I am presenting to you from Matt, shows how much we would be asking to redo the sidewalk. You guys have said on Main between Ramsey and Crosby. And, the amount that would be total project, 227,600. TIB funds 187,600, and we would put 40,000 towards it from that 50,000 that we have from the street levy 2 years ago. So I don't know if you want to do this and try to pass another street levy or wait till next year. That's totally up to you guys. But we do have money already sitting in the street levy that we have not used
But the thing is with the street levy, the money now goes into repairing things. And I think that's important to keep it going.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
All right, any other thoughts?
So are you saying that we don't necessarily need this?
Not for the project, but the project for next year.
But so but what kind of things could come up that we would, in hindsight, wish we had money for?
So this says it's for ongoing oiling, chip sealing roads, repairing asphalt, or repairing and replacing sidewalks. Those are the only things that you can use it for. And so if there was an emergency, which I don't know what it would be for a street, and we are getting all the streets slurry sealed this year?
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
I think that's what it was, in August. So we are not gonna have a lot of streets, but.
So I don't know, I kind of jump at the idea to not have to collect the tax, but suppose we had another big storm and we washed out a street, then we would be hurting, right? Because we didn't have money. Is that true?
Yeah, I get it. My fear is we
create bad habits.
I know, that's what I'm just trying
I
to,
mean, where would we be this year if we'd have failed the other levy 2 years ago? And, I mean, we can't just keep running on a negative.
and the fact that this is taking out less money.
And now that happens when housing goes develop or whatever, it's like on my road over there, we got three rip outs in there. That buys the blacktop for those.
Yep. Okay,
Well, I motion that we go ahead and approve resolution 26.
for levy. Okay, there's a second? Dave raises his hand. Perfect. It's been moved and seconded. Any more discussion? All those in favor of resolution 26-02, the street levy, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion.
Aye.
Oh. Motion passes 6-1.
Who doesn't have his pet diesel slope?
Okay, that was a pretty strong eye again. Congratulations. Okay, TIB grant.
You got to close the public hearing.
Pardon? Oh, we're gonna close the public hearing. Thank you. Appreciate that. So she gets done typing, we'll keep rolling.
Go ahead.
Okay, TIB grant.
So I gave that, the application to all of you, Main Street sidewalk replacement from Ramsey to Crosby, and I just gave you the amounts. This was the one that was prepared by Matt.
Okay.
It was only this was the only street, or the only sidewalk that you guys said in the last. We have to do the top of the 6-year improvement plan.
Okay. Any thoughts? How's it look? Okay. What's your thought, guys?
So I'm just gonna try and understand. So this is separate from what Matt got us for the streets. So this is for the sidewalks. And then our portion is 40,000.
Yes.
And then, so he got additional grant for sidewalks.
So
And is that per year or is that for the whole 6 years?
that's only for this sidewalk.
For this sidewalk, it's gonna cost us that, which I'm not surprised. I see somebody's already marked, like where the utility lines
Oh,
are
so-
gonna go there. Is that something
That'll
different?
come up later.
Yeah, that's another project that's happening on Wednesday.
On the same sidewalk?
What? On
Short of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Short of the
Okay,
sidewalk.
I just did it from my desk, okay. Well, I'm not surprised, it's gonna be quite a project to do that with those utility poles sitting there, but I think that would really be beneficial to the town. I'd rather do it now than in 6 years when it's even more expensive
Yeah.
to do all that stuff.
Who's
So,
gonna be involved in moving the utility poles? Who does that?
Whoever owns them.
Is it?
EUD, or Vista.
Vista.
I don't think, are we gonna move utility poles?
No, but if you're gonna tear all that up, it might be a good time to put new ones in,
Mhm.
have them, look at it.
That would be way too foresightful.
Well,
Okay?
I hate tearing things up when we put them back.
Yeah, no, me too.
Kovac did that one twice.
well, I motion that we approve the funding application.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
What do you mean? I was looking to see if you were getting up.
Motion passes. Okay, great.
Can
Yes, ma'am.
I guess I should have added this. We did that 6-year transportation improvement plan last month, and I
Oh.
did not have a resolution prepared for it at the time. I don't know if you want to add it at the end, or I gave you guys a copy of it. It was,
Let's take care of it right now.
the,
26.
it's somewhere here.
Yeah,
We have a copy of
Oh,
it.
03.
Oh, yeah, that's great, yeah. So I
Let's take care of
just
it.
changed the dates to today for the approval, even though you guys decided on the streets last time.
Okay.
And you had the public hearing last time.
So do we need to re-adopt this?
You just need to approve it,
Okay, so we need
because
to,
you've already
Do I hear a motion to approve resolution?
A motion that we approve resolution 2603.
Move,
Second.
Mike seconded, discussion?
So is the list of the six?
I've already presented that to you guys, so.
Because
I
it
can show you.
changed,
Yes,
so,
it
but it
changed.
goes, but it goes with, it. I mean,
Yes,
it's.
yes, they go together.
Okay,
Yes, yes, I have to send it into the state.
She
okay,
just have the wrong,
just change
yes,
that
yeah,
order.
okay, all those,
I just
in-
didn't do that.
okay, Mike seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Dan,
Thank you.
aye? Okay.
We did a reputation here.
You're-
So happens when you don't bring your
This is,
Pepsis with you.
This is, until next meeting, you're on the hook, man. Okay, thank you, guys, so we don't forget that. Airport grant final expenses, I guess we've already covered that.
Sorry.
Perfect. You wanna come back up again, Tim, or?
If there's questions, I will.
We could, no, I think we're good. We already did financial policy.
I know, sorry.
Okay. Updated contract for the chipper,
Yeah, I gave that copy
Yep.
back to you guys.
interlocal agreement, or without that called? Okay, anybody have any issues with it? This is pretty much standard. I did talk to some people connected with Pine Creek, and it is a spendy little piece of equipment to run. So we want to make sure if we're going to use it, we're going to use it to the best of our abilities.
Do we have any associated costs with using it, or what they are?
Well, I believe what they'll do is they'll track the hours, and then at the end of the year, when they go to overhaul it, they will divide that equally among the parties that used it.
Just for maintenance, you mean?
Yep.
You got payers or anything?
But how much did you say that someone said it was?
This is just one of the commissioners said that it's a $50,000 outfit, and before they even used it, it was $5,000 overhaul. There's bearings and, I mean, it's, when you consider what it's doing,
Oh,
it's a serious piece.
So that's 5,000 divided
Between
users.
equally, say like if we use it 20% of the hours that are put on it, then we would have 20% of the cost. Okay. All right, I'll accept the motion to approve this. Maybe, or not.
I'm just letting somebody else jump in there, but I will motion. that.
I will make the motion
Oh,
of accepting
Let me
the
have it.
interlocal agreement.
As soon as you lose, all right, we've been moved. And do I have a second? Now everybody wants to do this.
You seconded it, I'm sorry.
Pete seconded.
Okay, thank
Give
you.
Pete a chance.
Okay. All right, any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Motion passes, thank you. There we go. Updated Paul Hudson, garbage service, man, can you give us an update on,
He said that if he wasn't here, that,
don't talk about it.
I guess we can, he's concerned, I'll just tell you, he's concerned because he has to carry his garbage down the hill to the corner.
You know where it is, guys?
No.
You know where,
Lucky's?
Beulah,
Yeah,
Beulah movie used to live on the top of the hill?
It's up
The
above.
street just goes up to the top.
Yeah.
What, I can't remember what street it is.
Up above where Adam Matthews Troy's old house, the greenhouse on the
Oh, yeah.
corner, he goes straight up that street.
Yeah.
And it's right up on the hill up
Yeah,
there.
he lives
above-
Carol Daniels used to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like the right generation.
Yeah. And he used to complain about that hill all the time.
So he was concerned because he has to carry his garbage clear down to the bottom of the hill. He said that he does not think that that's right. He said he can't carry it down like when it's snowing and stuff. He only does it once a month. That's all he does is the once a month garbage service, but he's concerned because he doesn't think that that's right. They cannot make it up to his house. They used to back up the hill, but then they said they wanted him to carry it down. And our ordinance says that everyone has to have garbage service, so I don't know what the solution is.
They won't get up the hill backwards.
Well,
They used to.
he says it's too slick sometimes for him to carry it down the hill, which,
And the truck goes the same way.
yeah, I used to have my garbage in the alley. I don't anymore. I gotta pack it to the road, so that's part of the,
Living there.
well, and Sure, we could probably, you'd get to pay for it though. You know, this is part of what they do to decrease expenses, right?
But I
Speeds it
know,
up,
I know that truck won't make it up that hill.
right?
So
Okay,
when he says all.
He's not here.
Between him and the garbage company,
Well, we are the
yeah,
go-between.
but they're the ones that are doing the work.
So when he says all the way down, if I remember, because we were talking about, that's the shared entrance into Tequa's place.
Right.
And, we talked about that property line is kind of right above where the mailbox is at the back of Tequa's property. So when he says bring it all the way down, does he mean to that road to by their driveway, or is he talking bringing it all the way down to Water Street?
No,
he's talking
just the
about
truck.
Just the Truex.
I just don't know how that truck could get up. If we can't even get a grader past there to go up and open up their driveway, I don't know how the garbage truck could get
You know,
up there.
Seems like a good neighbor would go take that up for somebody in the area. I just, okay,
Right over.
so I hit him square and he just.
He just got himself in trouble.
So, once again, you guys are aware of the situation,
Mhm.
okay?
Is there any way the city can assist him in some way to get that garbage down? Would that be too complicated, not available?
That might be kind of like gift of public
Yeah,
funds.
but mine, yeah.
Do you want them to carry your garbage down too?
Sure.
I mean, that's the thing is that, you know, if you're doing something for one person.
Well, I know, but he's in a situation where it's unique.
Still gifting a fund.
Yeah.
Well, is he in the city limits?
Yes,
He is paying for garbage. Is that an exception that would come through, that to get his garbage down, to move it down?
I guess you could tell me he doesn't have to have garbage, but that goes against our ordinance. So that would be illegal probably.
Are we
I'm
only
guessing.
talking winter months?
Huh?
Are we only talking winter months?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He.
anytime.
But your idea is probably the best. I mean, there's enough neighbors right there.
Okay.
Lucky's there. I mean,
I know some guy in a Jeep.
yeah, the guy in the Jeep.
All right,
It's four-wheel drive.
okay,
But yeah, I think it's somebody to help him out.
all right.
Okay. I was just trying to be kind,
Yeah,
but it is probably so.
yeah, I like it when my garbage got picked up going up the alley too,
Exactly right.
but it's not that way anymore, so. All right, something's going on here. It's 7:00 and we're not done yet, but it's close. Announcements and report. Do we have any public comments from the audience at this point? Okay, 3 minutes, sir. I will warn you at 2:45.
Okay, we got problems at the cemetery, we gotta get some trees down, we all know that, let's do it. We already have the planning for the cemetery done, what do you wanna do over the next 3 years? Why are we not planting trees? We need mature trees in 3 to 5 years. We can plant trees along that road, and regardless of the, shall we say, conservative banter, there's over $160,000 available to the city to spend on those kinds of projects. Why don't we plant some trees after harvest is over? We can make it look nice. Put some real nice trees up along the road there.
All nice trees.
That's it?
That's it.
Very good, thank you, sir. Okay, we're gonna go mayor's reports, okay? All right, I got a few things. So we took them this just briefly earlier. We have a sewer issue running across Highway 27 from just below Tobra across it, just almost vertical, almost 90 degrees across. It's clay pipe, it's collapsed, we keep jetting it open.
It's across the alley.
Huh?
It's across the alley.
It's got,
You didn't say across the alley. It
Oh,
goes
it's-
straight across.
right,
from
it
the
goes
alley.
straight across, right? It's just below where Steve lives, and it's above the ambulance barn, it's right in there.
So it's
So
the alley, not 27?
it goes across 27.
Oh, okay.
So down the alley and then all the way across
Oh, okay.
27.
So why is the sidewalk on the opposite side of the ambulance barn marked to them? There's orange markings, is that just to mark where utility
Yeah,
lines
yeah,
on
we're
that
gonna-
side?
Yeah,
Because-
we're gonna dig it all the way across.
All across.
We're closing the highway. DOT's been alerted, they're gonna come help flag, help Stephen get the stuff put back together correctly as far as compacting the ground.
Brand new.
Huh?
I thought they did that when they put the sewer line in
Evidently not.
there. Oh, yeah.
It's clay pipe. But anyway,
When is this going to be?
Wednesday,
So,
6 o'clock.
what about going further up the alleyway? What are you gonna do with that?
Well, they're all coming down and that's, you mean, going from Tobra south?
Yeah,
Well, those are all right. It's only going across the highway that it collapses.
so that's the impact of trucks.
Yeah.
So, but it is affecting,
Joyce
Don
Mills,
Montgomery. Yeah, so,
the one who really gets it is Steve. It bubbles up right down his sidewalk, so
Hopefully.
that's the options. So they're going across there, they'll close the highway. People won't be able to use their drains that day until we get them connected. And then I think once it's connected, they'll probably give them they're gonna bring in a porta potty, run a compactor, state highway's gonna help, so.
So where's traffic gonna go? Because when they come in from Oakdale and
Oh,
they have
by-
a big trucks, they
Yep.
can't go up that hill by the church.
Correct, they're gonna probably go up, Hinkle by the post office.
So when are they gonna do this?
Wednesday morning,
To get it done before harvest.
it wasn't getting any better.
Like it never does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's just a one-day process then? One day.
And it's just those houses south of Tobra
Yep.
on that side of the road, not the other side.
Nothing.
Okay, good, thank you.
so can I say something real quick about it? Just because it
Yes,
reminded
ma'am.
me. So I will be bringing something to the council meeting next time. We will need to put more money into the sewer budget because this could be fairly pricey. From renting
Right.
the trench box and the compactor and,
So does that come out of sewer reserve?
Do we have to reimburse
I don't know, I'm
the
gonna have to
state?
look at
I
it. We
think
might
it's-
just have to put more money out of the carryover from sewer into the actual, maintenance fund. I just wanted to bring it up.
Do you
Sorry,
have any idea what we're looking at cost wise?
I don't. But we need to do it.
Yeah, I think the state's helping us some on the gravel and that sort of thing, so.
That's
And aren't
right.
they doing the paving?
Yeah, and the paving.
Better figure it's 60,
Yeah. So,
because with the state.
Yep. I think so that's, has to get her done now, so. One of the generators has been having a little bit of a glitch as far as they're supposed to run for an hour or two every month, and one of them's not doing it. Steven's made some comments, or some contact with Western States. Dave, you can think about what a number in your head that they're gonna come down, oil change. They're gonna check, I think they're gonna redo the batteries because they're all 3 and 4 years old. They're gonna set them so they make sure they cycle. They're gonna give a tune-up. They want, for the 3 generators, they want $7,000 to do this.
A year.
Oh, well, I was gonna say 10. So
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna-
Well, I guess 6, I guess 5, so.
This is a year?
No, this is just to get updated.
Yeah,
Just the batteries alone will kill you.
Oh, yeah.
so and I guess you only know if you're screwed up if they won't run. So,
Not true.
yes, ma'am.
So,
We're gonna do some checking and maybe see if there's some independent people out there that will do the same program, but anyway.
so they sent us a contract to have it done for 3 years, and it was like 7,000 the first year and 6,500 the next 2 years, because we wouldn't have to do one part of it. So, but it would be all 3 generators.
And that comes,
What are you looking at?
And that's just
that comes out of water and sewer.
this is cat.
One of them is Caterpillar, and the other one.
2 are cats and one's a Cummins. I
Oh,
think.
yeah. Mhm.
So if it's a contract, we'd approve that ahead of time, right? If it's a 3-year contract with them?
I don't know if I suggest that we didn't do the contract.
Well, because they can't, we have to sign that here.
Let me do a little digging around and find out if and I don't know, maybe there's a warranty that it voids if we go to an outside contractor. There's,
Well, you have to look at, the thing is, if you have a failure, especially if it's.
yeah, they got
It's
you.
a bigger
Is it
fine.
the sewer? I thought it was Truax that wasn't working.
I'm not sure which one was.
I think he said Truax wasn't working. So we
Oh.
do at least have the the sewer plant, and then we have the other well,
Right.
so.
And,
But they are operating properly, it's just that it's not doing monthly check.
No, I think one of the hangups, it doesn't turn on.
right, one of them's not turning on to do that every monthly check. And we don't know, I mean,
Does it turn on manually?
well, I'm sure it would.
Fine.
But with a sewer plant or with a well, there again, with water and sewer is, if it doesn't turn on, you end up with an empty reservoir, then you really got a lot of headaches.
Yeah, but if the power goes out,
So
I think we, I mean,
Then it kicks on.
right,
So this is just so if we lose power,
It's emergency.
then it kicks in to run that whatever.
yeah.
Okay,
And part of that is by running every month, then you know if there's an issue. Whereas if it doesn't run every month and you have an issue and it hasn't kicked on for 6 months, and then all of a sudden
I'm surprised it's a month, because my facility, we have one maintained by Western States, and it hops on every Monday morning at 9 o'clock, runs for 15 minutes.
yeah. And that's the way it is with most of the ones I've been around there. But anyway,
Gonna try to get a couple other bids. and
yeah,
see.
we'll just make sure
Just,
they're not just totally, not out, I mean, I don't know. But we just found that out today, so. Okay.
So we're not approving any, you just give us a
Just
heads
giving you
up.
a heads
that
up,
you're gonna
yeah,
come back
yeah, I'll
with
bring it
some-
back
some
to you.
numbers.
Recently, through things that have happened up at the cemetery, we kind of come to the conclusion, me and I guess it was just more or less me, decided that we needed a private contractor to take care of weed and the fertilizer program up there. For one, Sanchez's don't have a broadcast, they can't broadcast chemical, they can spot spray, and that's it. So they, going out there and with a four-wheeler and booms is not within their licensing. And fertilizer, and it just seems to me that if we farm that out to a private outfit, that's what they were supposed to do, then if we got an issue, then we come talk to them. Right.
No, that is, they'll mix it properly anyways.
That's their job.
Yeah.
Right. The only outfit that's returned a call that said they will come down here, their bid, once again, think in your head, what is the number of what you think? And it was under what I thought, but their bid to come down and do a application, would be fertilizer and chemical 4 times a year, would be about $6,500.
Cemetery pays for that.
Go for it.
Right, Pete, you guys pay for it?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's a new service and not.
Right.
Right after,
Are you sure?
yeah, it's great for time.
Keep your
They
talking
will
about
start.
Wallace.
It's hopeless to resist.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Good try though.
So $6,500 total.
There's a clause,
They'll put something down.
oh, okay. Maybe you already said it.
They're bad. Have you been up there? You've been up there?
Yeah, I've been up there.
They're very bad.
Even the Canadians are kind of withering a little bit, so. We had a module go out, anyway, and everything's running correctly now, and I just think by the way, we'll probably call them tomorrow, since we have their approval. Well, Pete, you need to let the cemetery board know
Well,
what's going on,
yeah, I will.
and we'll probably call them, and they will probably get here before the weekend.
Well, don't we have to vote on that?
And I-
Yeah,
and
we
I-
will.
You just
and
said
we,
that.
we discussed the issue as far as additional equipment, but now we're not sure if you need to do
Right.
any more. So I said that's being looked at, but we're aware of that. We just need the proposals and the dollar amounts, and then we're good.
Okay,
You got 'em. You just told me.
Has it not been done ever?
Now, but,
That, the fertilizing and the chemical?
well, it has been, but on a small, does fertilizing have any impact the way it's gonna be done on the headstones and all that kind of thing? They
no,
really won't, the scholar won't have a
no, they'll
problem.
use a spinner and broadcast.
Not for that degree.
Yeah, you could
Not
just
as- as done, okay.
headstones.
Pardon?
The fertilizer could screw up the headstones, but Once they're laying flat and then you just.
Yeah,
sits on it.
not normally. I think they're pretty fertilizer resistant.
With a host, because if you have discoloration on some of the, you're gonna have some very unhappy people. That's why I asked the question.
Years ago, when I first got on the council, Greg Fonts, when he was top dressing, fertilizer in the spring fluid on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, yeah, we had a little three-way conversation working and he flew it on, and the fertilizer company donated the fertilizer.
Wow.
Yeah, he did a lot of work.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah. So anyway, we'll come back to that. I'll make sure, okay?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, don't do it now, though.
Yeah, we're not gonna come back to it now.
Back then, those 3 pine trees were smaller.
Yeah, before we fertilized them, right?
And weren't those trees one looked like a fir, and no, you said some red fir, but one was looked like a dove fir. Are you sure what type of tree they were?
I thought that all 3 of them were red fir.
Okay.
Okay.
So we would be approving that next time?
Well, we're gonna approve it, right? We'll approve it when I get done with my
Oh,
report. Okay, I'll come back before we go into the
Okay,
rest of the
great.
reports. How's that?
Okay.
Okay, the other thing is you guys have noticed that we have summer help running around. What has been worked out between the 2 individuals doing summer help is because they're not always available all the time. They're tag teaming. One comes in one day and one comes in the next. So you'll see one of them one day and one of them next. However, there are days when they were both here. Can't remember what we were doing, but they were both here one day, so.
And they'll be here for how long?
They have 127 hours left.
Shared between them?
100 hours,
100 hours. I think.
not days.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I figured.
Yeah, we kind of ran the numbers, so,
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds
so we're
good.
watching it.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
watching.
And who is working for, who are? who's the summer help?
Devlin Natowski and Bandera York. Bandera was, when we had talked about getting a cemetery, what do they call it? Sexton?
Sexton.
Right? Somebody to help with the cemetery. She was the only one who applied. So she lives here in town. She's been very helpful. So it leads me into a conversation that I want you guys to think about, and we'll come back and revisit this later. But I'm always a big fan of backup plans, and it's always nice to have somebody in the wings in the event that something happens that we need help. And I think the council is aware that Miss Browning will be gone for a period in September, and I hope she comes back.
I plan on it.
But part of that timing is billing time, water and sewer and that kind of stuff. And if that's the case, then Nikki needs to have full attention to billing and bills and stuff like that. I just want you guys to think about this, and we'll try to, and I really need your help on this, because I think Bandera doesn't have another job at this point. Now that she might try, single mom with a house, and we proposed and asked her if she would be willing to kind of just help out wherever we needed her, like helping Kathy with the cemetery, helping in the office sometimes to see if she can get her feel around there so that she can be helpful in the event that we need an extra person. And she probably won't go back to the summer help, but there's always that possibility if that's where we happen to need her that day, and to try to keep her employed as much as we can. But I know that's a lot to think about, so.
So she'd be cross-trained for Kathy's job, and I know that Ken just said that it wouldn't hurt if all of them had some knowledge of this.
Right, and Nikki's gonna help with that too.
Yeah, that'd be
How
great.
long you gonna be done? So,
It's Korea, it's a long way.
and part of it is some of the funds, because it's sewer and water billing, could come out of that department. Okay, that that for those specific days, okay? And it just have to be watching how we do this.
So if it's an actual position, don't we have to open it up for application, or are we considering this an in-house? Since she's
Well,
already working,
yeah,
how
it's
does
kind
that
of
work?
because it's in-house, because we've already hired her, that sort of thing, but, the reason why I'm proposing this is, it's kind of a unique position. And, I'm not saying that other people wouldn't be available, but, I think it makes a lot of sense, but I sure gotta get you guys a blessing to go with this too. So there's always I mean, she's needs full-time employment. And so, we're just as a stopgap unless you can find something else.
Well, I think as a temporary situation, having somebody help us that's already here, helping us during the next, till the end of September, I think like if, the sexton position opened up, it seems like the city would have to open up the whole process again.
Well,
And not necessarily just put
we
it,
opened it up once.
She was the only one
She
that
was the only
applied
one
when
that
we.
applied.
but then that,
advertised
but
it.
yes, but if it opened, but I mean Kathy stayed there, right?
Right,
So
right,
it didn't become available. So
Mhm.
I guess it would depend on the amount of time. So if it's a whole year or down the road, but
Right.
if it's a few months.
And we're completely aware of budgets and stuff like that, because, part of it, we're trying to get her help, her and Nikki's help with Kathy to help, she can help try and train so that we've got options, to help Kathy out, to help cover that, so. And as long as she's got her, as long as she can teach them that, I think that's important to do, so.
I agree. That's really critical,
Well,
You guys get paid for that, right?
of course.
okay,
Of course.
okay, all right, so, well, it's gonna take a little inventive thinking, and we'll have to, but just be aware that this, with the council's approval, that we will, proceed this way probably. Okay? All right, so let's go back.
Can I ask you a question? So
Yes,
then
ma'am.
do we need to have them approve for her to do work with Kathy? I mean,
Yes,
because we have to approve stuff for the cemetery,
certainly, yeah.
so,
So
right,
we'll go back to the first,
Okay.
one, and then we'll drop down to this one, okay? All right, so the first one we were gonna go to was the fertilizer contract.
fertilizer and weed.
And
Right,
we,
okay.
yeah, chemical and fertilizer. With, I don't even remember the name of the outfit, but they're the only ones who returned the phone call that would come down here.
I'll make a
So
motion.
just a question kind of for Eric. So since this wasn't on the agenda, can we as a council vote to put it on the agenda tonight, or are we okay to just do it this way?
I think you're okay to do it this way, but I suppose if you wanted, I guess you could make them on.
Just get into working more, so hopefully on procedure.
Okay.
Add it to the agenda, you mean?
I think, if I remember from our policy manual, we can vote on something like this if the whole council is in agreement, since it wasn't originally, that we're basically
Right.
amending the agenda mid-agenda.
Oh.
So I think we just as a technicality, or just for
Okay,
the sake of watching our P's and Q's.
so how about if we vote to amend the agenda by putting these two subjects on the agenda? Is
I
that
was
all
so
right?
motion, what would,
Okay.
So do I put it, how do I do that? I've never done that before, so just put it.
Just say Councilman
New
Rosas.
business, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry,
And,
I guess I've never
and
done
my
that.
apologies, I'm still kind of learning all this stuff
Okay.
too, so. I
Okay,
just wanna make
so,
sure.
hire company to fertilize and.
Lawn
weed.
service, yeah,
but we
weed
first
control.
motion to add the hiring to the agenda.
You want that before this one?
Yeah.
We have to approve doing it during this part of the deal before we can do it.
Yeah, we'll approve the two additions to the agenda. Those will go in the same,
Okay, there we go.
can we do those in the same?
Whatever, I don't know, I've never done, so someone needs to make a motion.
I motion
then to-
that we add to the agenda the cemetery need and
Lawn care.
cemetery lawn care and a temporary hire.
temporary hire.
I'll second that.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any more discussion? By the way, thank you guys. You have a-
No, I was gonna second, but she,
Okay,
he
Oh,
don't.
sure.
any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passes.
Now,
Now, we'll go back to the motion stating, I'll accept the motion to approve the lawn care.
I make a motion, we approve the lawn care facility.
Second that.
Seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. And then I'll accept the motion to approve the additional employee.
Sorry.
I'm saying so then.
Okay, then,
Okay,
okay. Go ahead.
to approve more.
So I'll word it this way.
Okay.
I would motion to approve temporary help for, office and cemetery sexton.
Okay.
Temporary.
Can I ask a question? So would it be, she's currently making $18 an hour, so it would be at the same rate? Because we,
At this, when you could come back later at another time and talk to us, but I'll say through the end of the year.
okay,
That would be my motion. And
Okay.
if the council feels okay with that.
Okay, it's been moved. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Pete seconded. There's discussion?
Now, is this, for, you said there's only like 127 hours, whatever, is it only for that period? Or is this going to be
It
extended
will be
past that?
extended.
It will
Okay,
be extended.
because that's for summer help.
right, okay.
But, and this is temporary, this isn't full-time hours or anything like that.
And the benefits would follow the temporary position, correct?
I don't think she'll have enough hours to be.
Yeah.
No,
If she has over 32, but I don't think she'll have over.
she doesn't have benefits now,
No.
yeah, so it would be the same.
All right, okay, thank you for the motion. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. I appreciate that, guys, thank you. She has been she's been a good employee, so, anyway, I believe that's the end of my.
Sorry.
Jeez. Just wait.
Just blame me.
Okay, staff report. Linda, got anything? Did I take everything off here? Okay. Council reports, we're gonna start with Pete.
We're still working on the plan to have it's gonna be a more of a challenge bike activity in the end of September. We're still putting the piece together. We're gonna use the trestle, but the trestle had some complications on it, expenses. And so we're gonna be the plan is to be by the trestle, but not on the trestle, because we need a small spot, bringing some people up from Pullman. So we're working on that, gonna raffle off a couple of bicycles, have some prizes. It's just for the younger group to have fun and to attract as many people locally as we can. That's good. And I have another question. Well, you might know this. Somebody asked me, when you're pumping the well that has the sulfur in it or has the
Magnesium sulfate.
magnesium, they smell it. Does that get pumped to the reservoir?
Yes.
So why doesn't the whole town smell it? Some parts smell it more.
It's the way that the hydraulics work in the line. And there may be more resistance on that side of town, that's when that rolls on. So the water's gonna go with least resistance.
Well, it can go right into the lines.
Oh, it can, if there's not enough water running and everything.
Is there a
Water-
transmission line for that, or I thought it went through the pipes?
No, this is main train, no, not by itself.
Where is the transmission line?
It goes on across the cemetery area, it takes the left, it goes under the river and then follows across. And now we have this new line on Water Street, it divides up there on Line Street.
Oh.
But some days, especially in the summertime, it's just, that's the way it is. But I tell everybody, it's just like having a prenatal pill every day. It's good for you.
Okay.
Are they good for you?
So anyway, somebody asked me that question, I couldn't answer. Now you have.
Because the sulfur and manganese are good for you, but the problem is when you turn on your shower and it smells like a septic tank.
Right, exactly.
And, but that's where it's called the break-even point of chlorine. And so they gotta, put enough chlorine there that it absorbs it, and it's a break-even point, and it kind of nulls it. And, but the problem is I think that we, over time, we need to really look at putting another well in the way it should be on the north well right over here. And that one went out and hasn't been replaced. There's enough water from those two wells to pretty well do you, the town, and then have that as a backup in emergencies. I ran that for 15 years like that, so.
And the well out there at the, Tekoa Mountain Development, that is, somebody said that's only getting 40 gallons a minute.
35, yeah.
It's not very much.
That's just for them.
Yeah, but you're not, so somebody said, how are you gonna develop that if that's all there is? I said, I don't know, it was I know it doesn't impact our water, our water rights much at all, we've improved it, so it's not gonna drain much. Is that gonna be enough water out there to make things happen? They're certainly doing a lot of work out there along the highway.
It all depends what factory you get in out there. For right now,
I think it will be at this
Okay.
point.
You know how deep it is? Somebody asked me that.
6.
Well, I've never heard 4, but yeah.
Well, okay.
A long way.
Well, the city
really helps us
wells
with
go
that.
down how far?
Another thing to look at is when the airport develops all that out there, they have a really, really good well out there. It's artesian, and it might be worth it to run a line from that well into our system. That's really good water. Everything comes from Lovell Valley, and that is outstanding water.
All right, anything else, Pete?
Well, how many feet is our well? Somebody asked me that.
Pardon?
How many feet down is our city well?
The 1,400 feet for the big well,
Anyway,
and then it's 400 feet, 425 for this one.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mike?
Not it.
Dan? No. Don't worry about no?
I seen in the thing that John gives us test for the spray.
Yes, yeah, he passed.
He passed it?
Yep.
Okay.
So we've got 2 sprays left.
Oh,
He drives fast.
So,
We're kind of saving them. I don't know that I've noticed anything. We'll wait for it to cool down a little bit before we probably go back out again,
but he's passed.
he passed.
Right.
So Kevin doesn't do it now?
I just have a question. I don't know if I can ask, so tell me if I can't. Where do we get the fire boat signs?
Oh, they made them. That was, Fire District 1,
Yeah.
made them.
Donovan.
Where are we out of them, or can I get one? Do you know?
You'd have to ask Donovan.
Okay, 'cause I was just gonna steal one in front of the fire department. If they have it, you can replace the
Pull
roll.
up, put it in there.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
I did talk to the vet clinic at Potlatch, and they're set to come in August, and I'll call you for the date and times and phone numbers that can be put into the newsletter.
What are you gonna do?
They come
They
here
set
and
up
take
a
care of
plan.
our animals in Tekoa.
You do?
They're going to.
They're going
They've
to.
done it-
First
they've
come,
done it
first
several
served.
years.
Marge, will you know a date
Right.
within the next day?
Oh, yeah, in fact, I probably know it, but I couldn't remember if it was the 18th or the 19th, so
Oh,
August.
your foot broke, so. okay.
Yeah, that's
So her brain went.
I see, okay. Well,
And the labor.
But I think it's Wednesday, but then I think it's obviously 18th, but Wednesday's the 19th, but it's,
Okay.
I'll
all right,
have it.
we'll get that tomorrow from you, please. John?
Well, I really commend Marge for being here.
Yeah.
Since you pointed out the
Yeah.
broken foot, so, unexpected accident today. Boy, Marge, you were tough, and thanks
I
for
am
serving the
tough.
town.
How'd
For
you do?
even with
Happened
that.
on the trail, Pete.
Oh,
Dog ran
horse,
over.
horse injury?
No, I got run over by a dog.
I would have said that.
Wouldn't you?
No.
That's what John said, please don't tell him that. That was a big dog.
But anyway, so thank you for being here, Marge. So it's,
It is.
just a couple of things. When is our next meeting?
17.
So we have just one in August, like we had before.
That's what we have coming,
Yeah.
August 17th.
Okay, so then I'll just remind everybody that since Jennifer's not here tonight, that there will be the National Night Out the first
Oh.
Tuesday in August, which is August 4th, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's about that.
So that's happening, and I know that, Heart and Soul is helping her with some things, and she always has a lot of things, so just be on the lookout. It'd be really great if we could all be there and support. It's happening, I think it'll be back at Gymkhana Park. I know for a couple of years it was over at the school. And, he's not here, but I just, Adam, Matthews had taken upon himself to clean up that tree I was complaining about. I was getting a little worried because it's at the end of the bridge over the creek, and the hotter the summer is getting, the drier that tree was looking, and it was wrapped around a utility pole right there. So I was concerned that that would be a major fire hazard, but Adam went in there and has been taking care of it. It's still a little bit of it left, but he's got some good firewood this summer for that. And yeah, I guess that's really all I have.
Yes. For the building inspector, over there, I told he could come down August 17th.
I asked, since we have our executive session, I didn't know how long it would last, it might be better to have him come August 17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this moment, I will accept the motion to approve the bills.
I will make a motion that we approve the bill.
I will second it.
Any of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. At this point, we are going to go to executive session, and we will come out at 8 o'clock. Okay? Well, I hope not.
I'm gonna run into the restrooms. I'll just
Okay.
walk in.
Right. Oh, because of potential litigation. Got it?
So do we leave the game going then?
We have to,
Okay.
otherwise it'll be two different sessions.
Okay. Sure.
Not that I said anything.
You didn't say it. Hurry up.
I know.
We got some, right?
Yeah, I just.
Well, doesn't want to get in the way now.
Run off, yeah. Wow. That's a real mindset, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which one? Bottom one? Okay. Okay, I'm out of here. We'll see you.
Thanks. Watch for deer.
I will.
It's
It's okay.
I can.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I'm like, oh, they're there. Sorry.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
okay.
It was
See
nice
ya.
to see you. Take
Good
care.
Oh, you got it. Thank you.
Send me a-
You tripped over here.
So,
You just should have tripped a little harder.
so Ken, didn't you go into an executive meeting?
Liza could. I never did. But I never said no. The mayor himself asked me.
Interesting.
The mayor asked her to go. I watched it. And I heard it. I used to sit on it. Bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. Speechless.
I hope somebody on YouTube sees this, put this on to a legal matter. This is a breach of trust.
Last meeting, they had that executive session. Well, I know she was here. I know she was here. And this is the day that it told me, this is for the executive meeting. Because they never swapped out. Yeah, the one when we were doing that meeting about the things. And that's probably what they need. It's a legal matter, so that's what the meeting is a legal matter. It's not a legal matter. So they've already talked about the meeting. They just go on record. They just go on record. They didn't discuss, they didn't discuss details. See if I can show you where that right is.
Oh, yeah, that's
awesome. Takes me a minute, just a second. Get my hinge working here. Once I get going, okay. Okay, so, you still doing the exercises? Oh, yeah. I've got my bicycle. So, here's Water Street. Here's the bridge. Come across here. I don't know if it's like here, up here. Anyway. I think it's this. I think it's this one. I think that's right. Yeah. What's your name? Yeah. Tekoa. Tekoa, yes. So, yes, so this is here. It is, but what is it called? Anyway, he's down here. He's right here. No, he's this way. No, there's the bridge. Yes. That's the back here. And if I go to the house, come up here, I go up here, and then I can go this way. Right. And this is your Sheridan. Right. Oh, Bridge Street. Bridge Street. The bridge. Yeah, so this is the guy right here. Seems like a street. That's the. Yeah. That's 1-0, this is county. This is the park. And that's my baby. It is so cool. So I'm coming from Farmington, right? I'm coming in from Farmington, right? Park here to Carnegie and then turn. Reed is here. Toby Coffee is here. My building here. This is the hardware store. That's the gas station. This he owns. And he owns the one building here.
It's like a map of the city, when you really look at it, isn't it?
Did you say? What? Did you say something? Did you say something?
It's got a map here, that's quite a map.
Yeah.
If we can figure out where we are.
Yeah. It's a little blurry. Yes. That is all there is back on that one. It's catchy when you go. And you always have to have a chance to tell either. This is out here. It's not, oh, maybe that's where it is. Check it out. Seems comfortable. I know that. I don't know. We don't know. I didn't know it was there.
Looks like it's being used.
Yeah. Like she said, maybe Roy's using that now, because his desk is out there. Before, that's right. It's not even anywhere along they're talking about the floor. Well, they already did talk about the floor.
What's with this part of the
They
floor?
approved the floor a while ago, and they're supposed to go back and have it installed. But they didn't do that yet, because they were gonna give it to our hardware store. Yeah, but they decided, yeah. So where is it? Who's gonna do it? Somebody else. No, I don't know who.
Maybe it's not part of his job description, he's union.
No, we're supposed to be.
Well, we probably
You're
say,
saying it might be what they're talking about. We're going to be able to, they still don't have a contract agreement, and they only have 3 now. Maybe if you, because apparently, but it can't be nothing, because that's what, yeah, it would be Mickey and Stephen and Jude. Consider going.
and it's the same thing, it's dangerous. For the city, it can be very expensive.
Well, that's.
And
Whoever
reason,
they, whoever's got. Whoever they got, you know. Just let it come back. It should have been solved. I keep hearing something doing this, that's the joke. It's just like people completely back there.
Sequestering, I think, before they get back.
Well, how could we got for another 15 minutes? $68 up there on them. Whether that's the year it was done. Because somebody was in that, embroidery. I think each person got to do their own square. Or something else. So he had, once he was, homestead at 1880. Yeah, maybe that's when. 1880 up there. Some of those people were newer. We got this, quote last week. I actually been trying to figure out and look into, quote racks, how to get them. It's too bad that these are all in progress and people can play. Enjoy it. Yeah.
Whose office is that? Did you say
Oh, but,
for the food bank? Why is it wide open? That's not real safe for all their stuff. Isn't this a nice clover holder?
who put that in your head?
She did. And I said, she said it. Now, I didn't even look up and see it till she said that. What does that mean?
Not this
I
time,
mean good.
not this time.
I mean good. Yeah, a lot of those people are old ones that are passed away. Gee. What year they? These people used to own the theater, Pebbles. Yeah, I know that the K company family has been there a long time. Yeah. I'm not seeing the name of it. Oh, Rambo is there. There's a Rambo here. This is a family that used to own the house across the street from me when we first moved to town.
In the house
Yeah, he was Lawrence was passed away. The two brothers had moved away and Evelyn was still there. Yeah. He's in his 80s. You see him right there. Nope. Okay. Oh, okay. That's the ECA building. Wow. It used to be a bank. They were invited post office. Across from the post
Oh,
office.
yeah.
Yes, before my
Hey,
time.
what is Warwick? Is that the last name?
Yes.
Warwick?
Yes.
Is that one of those names I seen on that video you were watching before here?
Oh, that one, yes.
Yeah, that is it.
That's the German conversion of, warmonger.
There used to be a guy that would come up to the theater from down Farmington way, and he was a cowboy poet. Richard Warwick. Do you like Western movies? You gotta go watch McClintock on Sunday.
No, not that one. As much as I love John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara, that movie just irritates me.
Why? Why?
Because it's not true acting for those two characters. It's, now, you want a good movie where those two are in? The Silent Man.
The Silent Man.
Yes, where,
You guys need to go, cause I don't wanna be the only one sitting on the theater.
oh, why didn't you start that conversation?
That's what I said.
Should have led with that, all right? Instead, you asked a personal opinion.
No, I asked if you're gonna go watch it. You getting all this volleyball stuff.
I know.
Now, is this Hagen?
Hagen, Larry and Peggy. Peggy was our city clerk for a long time. When I was supposed to get my sidewalk done.
40 years ago.
46
6 years ago.
Well, not that long ago, it was probably 20 years ago that they were supposed to do it.
Okay.
Ran out of money. Nope, we don't have enough money this year either. Nope, not enough this year. But I did put my word, you know. At least I said something about it. I didn't go anywhere.
Is Brandon from this from Tekoa?
Huh?
Is Brandon from Tekoa? What's
Which Brandon?
the plumber guy?
No.
It's not. It's Annie Singer. That was her maiden name, was Brandon. That's actually, you know, Wendy Singer.
I hear her name all the time.
Doug is her husband. Fred and Addie were parents.
Six of us.
Sister and brother. Doug's, no, Doug's sister and brother. Addie Mae.
Oh,
Oh, Wendy.
Wendy, yeah, Wendy. Everybody keeps asking me about her.
Don't,
And
don't.
because she's in she had a cooking store and she's a cooker. Yeah, she's a heavy cooker here. I've heard those places.
Secret.
I believe it was her.
It's up to you now, I would
No, everybody asks
be
me.
wary.
I used to say, well, I know. I don't know if I have much of it. And I'll. She's
He's a heavy lot of things.
heavy into cooking.
She's a hard person. No, she don't.
She's the one that
She
raised,
doesn't care for me and.
Who's this?
Wendy's in my home.
she's the one that berated us about the price of the material. We're cheaper than everybody within 200 miles of here, but she's still bitching about the prices. And this is
To you, in the store? She did
in the
that?
store.
Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. She said, oh, $10 a yard. Oh, it should only be $6. And I was like, have you checked prices? I mean, you go to Spokane and it's $14, $15 a yard. I don't care.
I knew you didn't, but. Wonder where Adam is tonight. He's usually here. I know where Steve is, he's in Alaska. Chicken.
So much, and I see him posting on Facebook. So
Yeah,
he's still
Steve's actually keeping track.
keeping track.
I'm not on the run. He needs to run for.
I'm waiting for him to come back. I don't think he's gonna be up there the entire 2 months. I think he'll come back in a year.
We need him.
Yeah.
Before the next election cycle at a minimum.
You could get all the picture ones. Like Vern and Haley and Howard and Lavon. Lavon. And everybody went up to go there.
Let me see if you can go everywhere, and all lined up.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so some, the same person must have done those. This gal right here is Tekoa's grandma.
Oh,
Betty Albright. She's up at the retirement apartments.
Are any of the Kilpatricks still alive?
There's some down Oakdale Way.
Folks, yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, got Ken and Debbie there. They farm down Oakdale Way. So that's not really a Chico family tree, is it?
at the time it was me. I didn't tell you, say at that time.
I used to work with Debbie.
Looking at the,
Oh, yeah.
these are,
That's machine quilted, or is that hand quilted?
it's hand quilted.
Well, that's probably before they had the machine.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Vern and Molly McCormick used to have, the John Deere place. It was
It wasn't
cash
cash
hardware.
It was easy to have in the eighties, there was so many different businesses here, like 2 grocery stores even.
Here?
Yeah, there used to be
You're kidding.
J.C. Penney's, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
And in Montgomery
Yeah,
Ward.
I was gonna say, and Montgomery Ward.
Oh.
It was, it just in the eighties, there was the bowling alley and a bunch of other.
Yeah.
They even have 4 bars in it, say,
What happened?
How many, I don't know, that's my question, is what happened? I don't know why. Was it the, I think there was the railroad that, what made the town die after, and what kept the town alive?
businesses to leave.
There was the railroad was what kept it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That was kind of an excuse, that and the fact that the local people were kind of like,
you think that has to be, you know, that's things that you were doing.
I don't know.
Should have been. He spoke though.
Just a minute, Roy, I'll fix you right up there. Give me a chance.
Back, Eric. We missed you.
Damn it, look at that.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, good.
I appreciate it.
Lance will play an acorn every once in a while.
What would I have done? Sorry. I would have thrown that dog.
Made it back.
I checked my clocks to make sure we were reasonably close.
Oh,
Okay, let us know that at 8:00, we came back from executive session. Okay, at this point, I will accept the motion to adjourn.
A motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, great, nailed it. Thank you, guys.
So you go to the meeting.
You feeling all right?
Linda, is there any of this work we need to keep in here to, instead of making copies?
In
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Can I ask a question really quick? When I send you guys stuff in an email, like the TID and